I'm so incredibly excited because my favorite time of year has arrived. It's finally fall. Now, I know that officially fall doesn't begin until September 21st, blah, 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 but I am one of those people who start celebrating fall as early as September 1st. September and October are truly some of my favorite months of the year, and so I am super excited to be finally appreciating the season, even though the weather is not agreeing with me and it's still kind of warm, but at the very least, it started to get a little bit chillier. It might be all nice out, sunny and everything, but there's a little bit of a nip in the air, you know? I feel like I needed this time of the year to arrive because my life has been a freaking mess recently. It's been very chaotic, and so I just need this time to really take care of myself and enjoy the things that I love the most. And so this is exactly what we're going to be doing this weekend. I have a full list of things that I need to get done in part, but also that I want to get done to truly celebrate the season in style. And so I am excited to embark on this adventure and of course bring you guys along for the ride. So grab yourself a cozy little drink. Personally, I have my new mug that I am completely obsessed with. I got it at Simon's and I believe it's gonna be my favorite mug of the season. But grab yourself a drink, maybe a blanket, you know, just get yourself comfortable and let's get started. So I just wrapped up my workday and now I want to take a moment to share with you guys how I decorated my apartment for fall, because it's my first time decorating for fall, believe it or not. It's my first time living in an apartment by myself and I finally have full reign to decide like what I want my apartment to look like. So let me just share the whole thing. It's going to be easier, but I need your opinion basically because I'm not sure if I want to keep everything or if this fall decor haul might be a little bit too much or does it really fit? I don't know. Let me just share it and then you can tell me in the comments what you think about it. Let me start over here with this cutie. It's a fox, but it's also a jar. And I think I'm going to use it as a TBR jar for all of my fall reads. And so we're going to be filling this up eventually. Right now it's empty and it's just sitting here right next to my TV, but it's just so cute. I just could not pass it up. And this one I feel like is pretty evergreen too. Like, yes, it's a little bit more fallish, but at the same time, it would look great here all year round. Don't you think so? This is where I'm the most insecure. As you can tell, I've kept the tags on because I didn't know if I liked it or not. So I really love this blanket. I got it from Simon's. This one I know I'm keeping regardless because I feel like it really warms up the room and as a whole it's super soft. I think it would look great anytime. Honestly, it's just a great piece to have around. But where I'm struggling a bit is with the pillows. So this one I already had. It was already part of my decor prior to decorating for fall. But these two I'm struggling with a bit. I really love this pumpkin. It's plush, it's soft. I love the yellow color and I feel like it looks great with the blanket. And I also really loved this little guy. He looks so cute. I didn't think I would put it on my couch first. I thought it was gonna go over here, but I felt like it was a little too whitish. Like it didn't stand out, and this one I like because it kind of just brightens up and brings in a little bit more color. So I decided to put the soft like gnome on the couch, but I don't know if it looks good. Like, is it too cluttered? Is it too pale? I'm not sure if I like it. And then I also got a second pillow, which I've put here. And this one is not as soft as the first one, which is why I put it here. I also feel like the cream doesn't look half bad with like the actual blanket that was already here. So I got two pumpkins. Initially, I thought this one would go on my couch. As it turns out, it's too white. I feel like it didn't stand out as much. So I prefer it here. But do I really need like two pumpkin pillows? Does it look a little bit lost? I'm not sure. And obviously, the last thing I did is switch out the books on my I guess, coffee table in the middle of my living room. I have a new candle from Bath & Body Works. I actually have a whole bunch. I'll share them with you later on. And then I switched out this book stack so that it's fall colors. And I think it looks really good. So that's what I have so far. I'll admit that the more I look at it, the more I like it. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't know if it's just me being insecure because for once in my life, I can make my own decisions when it comes to decorating. And as it turns out, it's difficult to decorate a space, and I don't think I have the instincts for it yet. I just don't really know how to go about it properly, and my dad is really good at this, and he's usually in charge of decorating. So I feel like in the past I always just went with whatever he recommended or whatever he did in the house, but now that I have my own space and I can make up my mind and define my style, I just don't really know what I like. So it's kind of my first time like doing this by myself, and so I am a little bit insecure, not gonna lie, but we're gonna let it simmer. I do have time before I have to make a final decision. I think I have 3 weeks left before I have to decide whether I want to keep the items or if I have to return them. So I'll give myself some time to really just think about it and be sure I love the pieces and that I would want to keep them long term, because I don't want to just have to redo this again next season, like next year. So I guess we'll see. Good morning. I'm having one of those days where I just hate everything about myself, and I don't know, I tried on different outfits this morning. Nothing appealed to me. I know I need to do my laundry, and that's probably why I wanted to wear some of the clothes that I haven't washed yet. I looked at my apartment. Everything is a mess right now. I looked at my hair and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with it? And I don't know, it's just one of those days where I just wish that I could throw everything out the window and start over. So we're gonna take this sentiment and just start fresh, do a little bit of a reset. I knew I needed it, but I think today just proves to me like my state of mind has headed to the gutter. So I think we need to get myself out of it by just doing the things that I know will make me feel better. So we're gonna do a little bit of grocery shopping. We're gonna deep clean this apartment because this place is, I don't even want to show you guys, it's a freaking mess. And I know I wanted this vlog to be like cute and fun and cozy because it's fall and blah blah blah, but at the same time this is real. So might as well just include that in it and show you that even though we want to romanticize the small things in life, sometimes mental health happens. Like mental health issues arise and we need to fight them and just use that opportunity to, I don't know, I feel at the same time it's going to be great because it's going to allow me to refresh for fall, and I really need it. Like, yes, I've decorated my living room and it's all cute, but the rest of my place is a freaking mess. So I think we just need that moment to, you know, get ourselves started, start the new season with like a fresh and clean space. So let's go do some grocery shopping first. It is now much later, and I'll admit I do feel a little bit better, especially knowing that on the surface, at the very least, my apartment looks clean. Now, don't get me wrong, it is not. I still need to vacuum, wash the floors, wipe my surfaces, do my little bit of light dusting, just like clean the apartment. But at the very least, all the things that were piling up, like the laundry, the recycling, that has been taken care of. So now I can focus on the things that matter. While I was getting productive today, I was listening to Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I have been loving my experience rereading this. So book 4 came out earlier this summer. I think it was at the end of June, and I have been wanting to reread the series in order to read Silverborn because it's been so long since I've picked up a book in the series. First, the series ended, I think, was it 2022, the last time a book was released? And then the release of book 4 was pushed back a couple of years. And so it's been like, honestly, years since I've picked up a book in the series, and I knew that I needed to reacquaint myself with the world, its characters, to fully appreciate Silverborn. And this is exactly what I've been doing. I decided to pick it up in September, and honestly, great choice. First, the audiobook, chef's kiss. A fantastic choice if you're going to read this. I do recommend the audiobook. You can definitely read it physically, but I mean, the audiobook does enhance the experience, at least for me. There's music, the narrator is doing like voices for the characters. Honestly, I'm having a blast, but you can't go wrong with Nevermore, even if you pick it up in another format. So I will say I'm so excited to be reading this and falling back in love with the world and its characters again. It just feels like I am back in my middle grade era reading this. I couldn't be more excited. And that's actually what I'm gonna be doing right now. I have some time before I have to get started with like my evening routine. And so I think there's nothing better right now than curling up with a book and just enjoy a little bit of chill time before having to get started with the rest of my evening. So let's do that. It's about dinner time. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I am going to warm up some of my leftovers from yesterday. So it's Italian sausages with cherry tomatoes, eggplant, and zucchini. This is my 1-sheet pan recipe. Basically throw everything in a bowl, mix it together, add a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and roast that for about 30 minutes in the oven. And I made way too much yesterday, so we're gonna warm this up and then I'll watch an episode or two of Only Murders in the Building, which is one of my absolute favorite TV shows, especially in the fall. So after a productive morning, I think it's time for me to settle down and get started on my cozy hobbies. But before I do that, I figured this would be the perfect time for me to share with you my Bath & Body Works candle haul. So a few weeks ago, there was a sale and I knew my stack of candles that are fall scented were low. And there is nothing I love more than a scented candle during the colder months. I feel like it's a perfect way to set up the ambiance. And so I went a little bit crazy and ordered a bunch of fall scented candles. So let me just show you the ones that we have to work with today, and we'll decide on which one we're gonna light up, because after a day of cleaning and whatnot, there's nothing I love more than having a candle going on. I feel like it just sets the mood. So the first one that I have here is A Day at the Cafe. This one has notes of a rich cold brew coffee, frothed milk, sweet caramel syrup blended with ice. And this one I love because I'm not someone who enjoys coffee, but I love the scent of it. And this one is exactly that. Love it. I also got another coffee scented candle. This one is a vanilla cafe, and as the name would suggest, it smells like vanilla and coffee. And this one says smooth espresso, whipped vanilla, and toasted hazelnut. And it smells really good. I feel like their scent is a little bit more rich than A Day at the Cafe. Next up, I have pumpkin pecan waffles. And this one has maple syrup, golden waffles, pumpkin spice, and brown sugar. Okay, this one is really like more sweet scented. I think it's gonna be a perfect like gourmand kind of candle. In the same vein, I have pumpkin cinnamon bun. This one has notes of warm cinnamon roll, pumpkin spice, and vanilla frosting. And oh my God, the smell is heavenly. Wow. I love it. I think on a Sunday morning, this would be perfect. Oh my God. Like cozying up with like actual cinnamon buns, but having that in the background. Oh my God, I need to make that happen. Next up I have apple crisp, and this one has notes of caramelized apple, cinnamon crumble, and sugared oats. And this one really smells like an apple crisp. So good. Oh, I'm obsessed with this scent. I also got maple pumpkin, and this one has notes of pumpkin spice, sweet maple syrup, and brown sugar. Oh, love this one as well. Super sweet. It kind of smells like a muffin. I don't know how to explain it. And the packaging is super cute for this one. This next one is not so much fall scented, but I feel like it would be great throughout the colder months because this one is campfire cocoa. And I think it would be good even in the winter time. It smells like hot chocolate. So freaking good. Oh my God, I love it. And the notes in this one are decadent milk chocolate, fresh steamed milk, and mini marshmallows. Smells heavenly, not gonna lie. And the final candle that I got is pumpkin s'mores. This one has notes of roasted marshmallow, melted chocolate, and pumpkin graham cracker. Oh, I really love it. I feel like it's not as overpoweringly sweet as some of the other candles. You would think that it would be very gourmand and decadent like the other ones, but it's not too bad. Oh, love it. Honestly, they all smell so good, but I think today I'm kind of feeling a day at the cafe. I think like the coffee scent would be perfect for today. So we're gonna light this one up and get started on our cozy hobbies. I'm not sure what I want to do first. I do have a couple of options, so we might dabble in a couple of things this afternoon. This candle smells so good. You're sitting right in front of it and oh my God, I can't even describe it. I think it's gonna be my new favorite fall candle. I'm obsessed. Anyway, I am first going to work on my fall TBR jar. So as I said before, I'm going to be filling this up with all of my fall TBR titles. I bought some construction paper, and so I can write all of the titles, cut this up, and add all of them to my cute little jar and just pick my books at random throughout the season using my fall TBR jar. So I'm gonna put on another episode of Only Murders in the Building and get started on the TBR preparation for the fall season. I'll add a screenshot of what my fall TBR looks like. I scoured my shelves and this is what I own at the moment, either physically or through a Kindle copy or maybe like on audiobook format. But if you're looking for inspiration, you can take a look at that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get started and fill this up. Now it's puzzle time, and I got this super cute one the other day while I was shopping for decor. It's from the brand Gallison and it's called Harvest Feast. But I mean, look at it. It is stunning. I'm obsessed with the artwork for it. It's tons of woodland creatures and it's set in the fall. I don't know, I'm excited. So I'm gonna continue watching Only Murders in the Building while getting started on this puzzle. I was about to get ready to go to bed and then I realized that I still needed to update you guys. So I ended up spending most of my evening watching episodes of Only Murders in the Building while working on my puzzle. And then I had dinner, watched some more episodes, and then did the dishes. And little do you know, now it's 8:30. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this weekend. I feel like we did a lot of fun things to get in the fall spirit, and it's just the beginning. So obviously there's still so much that I want to do this season because it's my favorite time of the year. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in a new video. Bye!